Hello everyone, and welcome to the Poetry Moment, hosted by the Robert C. Williams Museum of Papermaking here at the Georgia Institute of Technology. My name is Karina Teichert, and I will be your guide to the wonderful world of paper and poetry. Here on Poetry Moment, we'll be highlighting the Jean Duval editions of a number of poems curated by Thomas Lux, the inaugural Born Chair in Poetry at Georgia Tech, and the founding director of the nationally renowned Poetry at Tech series. Poetry Moment is a branch of RCW's larger exhibit, Radical Generosity, which is on view from January 17th to June 10th, 2022. Radical Generosity is an exploration of Thomas Lux's work as not only the editor of the Jean Duval editions, but also as an advocate for the power of poetry. If you're interested in learning more about this exhibit, please go to paper.gatech.edu. In this episode, we'll be reading selected works from Thomas Lux's poetry collections. This is He Has Lived in Many Houses by Thomas Lux. Furnished rooms, flats, a hayloft, a tent, motels, under a table, under an overturned rowboat, in a villa, briefly, but not, as yet, a yurt. In these places he has slept, eaten, put his forehead to the window glass, looking out. He's in a stilt house now, the water passing beneath him half the day, the other half, it's mud. The tides do this. They come, they go, while he sleeps, eats, puts his forehead to the window glass. He's moving soon, his trailer to a trailer park, or to the priory to live among the penitents, but in his own cell, with wheels to take him, when it's time, to go to boathouse, houseboat with a little motor, putt-putt, to take him across the sea, or down the river, where at night, anchored by a sandbar at the bend, he will eat, sleep, and press his eyelids to the window of the pilot house, until the anchor-hauling hour when he'll embark again toward his sanctuary, harborage, salt box, home. This is The Voice You Hear When You Read Silently by Thomas Lux. The voice you hear when you read silently is not silent. It is a speaking out loud voice in your head. It is spoken. A voice is saying it as you read. It's the writer's words, of course, in a literary sense, his or her voice. But the sound of that voice is the sound of your voice. Not the sound your friends know or the sound of a tape played back, but your voice, caught in the dark cathedral of your skull, your voice heard by an internal ear informed by internal abstracts, and what you know by feeling, having felt. It is your voice saying, for example, the word barn, that the writer wrote, but the barn you say is a barn you know or knew. The voice in your head, speaking as you read, never says anything neutrally. Some people hated the barn they knew. Some people love the barn they know. So you hear the word loaded, and a sensory constellation is lit. Horse-gnawed stalls, hayloft, black heat tape wrapping a water pipe, a slippery spilled churn of oats from a split sack, the bony, filthy haunches of cows. And barn is only a noun. No verb or subject has entered into the sentence yet. The voice you hear when you read to yourself is the clearest voice. You speak it, speaking to you. If you are interested in viewing Radical Generosity or just paying us a visit, the Robert C. Williams Museum of Papermaking is open from Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. We're located on the edge of Georgia Tech's campus at 500 10th Street Northwest on the corner of 10th and Hemphill. Admission is free, so we look forward to seeing you. Be sure to tune in next week for another episode of Poetry Moment.